Hey developers! Welcome back to Windows API Tricks for WinForms. Today, we're adding something every power user loves: global hotkeys. That means you can trigger actions from anywhere in Windows, even when your app isn't focused. Let's make it happen in just a few lines of code. It's easier to handle this stuff in a separate class. So let's code and explain later. If needed, I can add this stuff to my GitHub account. Let's talk about something every pro app secretly uses: global hotkeys. You know, those shortcuts like Ctrl plus Shift plus S that work even when the app isn't active? We're building that right now. Our class, Global Hotkey, connects directly to Windows. It tells Windows, if someone hits Ctrl plus Shift plus Z, call me. That's how your app reacts instantly, even from the background. At the top, we import two Windows functions, register hotkey and unregister hotkey. They're basically, start listening and stop listening. Simple. Then we define the modifier keys, Ctrl, Shift, Alt, and the Windows key. These are just numeric flags, the ingredients of your shortcut combo. In the constructor, we mix it all together, your key, modifiers, and window handle, so Windows knows exactly which app should respond. Register starts listening, unregister stops, and dispose cleans everything up when you're done. Finally, process hotkey message checks for a special Windows signal called WM_hotkey. When your combo is pressed, boom, your custom action runs instantly. And that's it, your own global hotkey system in just a few lines of C#. Try it out, maybe Ctrl plus Alt plus F opens your app instantly. Fast, clean, and powerful, just how we like it. Try making shortcuts like Ctrl plus Alt plus F to open your form with style. Let me know in the comments what shortcut you'd add. Mine? Probably Ctrl plus coffee. After creating the class, we can set it up using some lines of code. So very easy to modify to your needs. Alright, let's see this hotkey system in action. Inside our Form 1, we first create a global hotkey object. Here, we register Ctrl plus Alt plus H as our shortcut. We also give Windows our forms handle, so it knows which window should react, and a simple ID using get, hash, code. When the form loads, we call hotkey. Register, that's the moment Windows starts listening for our combo. Before closing, we call unregister, so we don't leave any ghost hotkeys behind. Now here's the magic part, WNDproc. That's the Windows message handler. It catches every message Windows sends, including our hotkey signal. We call process hotkey message, and if our combo was pressed, it pops up a message box saying global hotkey triggered. Boom, your app just responded to a global shortcut, even if it's minimized or in the background. That's how real apps add global actions like screenshots, quick launch, or mute buttons, and now you can too. We use the Windows API functions register hotkey and unregister hotkey to tell Windows, hey, when the user presses Ctrl Alt H, call my app, even if it's in the background. This is great for productivity tools, screen captures, or automation utilities. You can even change the keys, just replace keys H and the modifier flags. If you like this tip, drop a like and subscribe for the next one. And don't forget to have fun.